Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. My name is Tiara Thomas and today I will be discussing Chapter 11 of Arnett, Fritz, and Bell's Communication Ethics, Literacy, Dialogue, and Difference. The chapter is titled Health Communication Ethics, but I will be focusing on health and responsiveness. Although I will be focusing on these two concepts, I still think it is important to first address healthcare communication ethics. According to Arnett, Fritz, and Bell, health communication ethics protects and promotes the good of responsive hope and the good of care for the other in meeting moments of robust health, normal difficulties, the tragic, and the inevitable. The authors often speak of the final freedom, which refers to our response to health, its absence, and eventually death. Health communication ethics promotes gratitude and knowledge of this freedom. Health can be defined as the interplay of communicative responses to conditions of mind, body, and soul from beginning to end of a life. This can include our responses to any conditions we may face or experience through others from birth to death, whether mental and/or physical. To analyze this concept, we will take a look at a clip from my favorite show, Grey's Anatomy.
I'm not seeing any sign of bullet fragments, no vertebral fractures. I'd like to get a CT angio.
It's such a high burden of radiation for a kid, though.
So our options are to watch and wait or to operate blind. No, thank you. Let's do the CT. I'll call up.
We're looking for Eric Sterling.
Mom,
What happened, baby?
I forgot my key, and they think I was breaking in.
I would think you kindly to step away from my 12-year-old child. He shouldn't be talking to you without a guardian
He
present.
always forgets his keys. Were you climbing in the window again?
Yes, but I did go to the neighbor's house first, just like you told me to. They weren't home.
And for this, you shot him?
Not us, ma'am. We weren't at the scene.
I was reaching for my phone to call you, and they shot me.
How about you direct me to the one who did the shooting? Where the hell is that guy?
He's at the station answering some questions. Why don't you calm down?
Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down. We'll have a little discussion about it. Get your ID.
You mean after they've had some time with their kid, right? He will come speak to you when he is ready. Now give him a moment, please.
Okay, I'll tell you how to do your job. I appreciate you step telling me how to do mine.
Are you kidding? Your coworker just shot a kid in the neck for no reason. You don't think that maybe you guys should figure out another way to do your job?
In this particular episode, we see that the patient's physical health is in jeopardy after being shot in a discriminatory situation. Responsiveness is the way we engage others and ourselves in times of health-related need. Our response to tragic health conditions is the heart of healthcare communication ethics. This involves actively reaching out to others in the hopes of gaining some positivity from a dire circumstance. Sadly, the patient from this episode has complications in surgery and dies. However, Dr. Bailey and her husband used this as a teaching moment for their son, Tuck.
I am William George Bailey Jones. I'm 13 years old, and I have nothing to harm you. That's good, baby. You always have to show the police where your hands are, and always say what you're doing before you do it.
Be in control of your emotions. Be polite and respectful.
Yeah, don't fight back. Don't talk back. Do not make any sudden movements. Remember, your only goal is to get home safely.
If you get detained, don't sign anything or write anything. Wait for a parent before you talk.
And if your white friends are saying things or mouthing off, know that you cannot. You can't go climbing through windows, play with toy guns, throw rocks, and you cannot ever run away from them, no matter how afraid you are.
Never, never, never run.
Everything that we're saying to you, we're saying because we want you to come home again. We want you to grow up to be anything and everything that you want to be. Do you hear me? You are amazing. You are perfect. And we want you to stay that way.
Although Dr. Bailey has just experienced the loss of a patient due to racial injustice, she responds by taking this moment to teach her son an important lesson as a larger context of life. In addition to the clips from the episode of Grey's Anatomy, we can also take a look at this article written by Sherry Wexler, Simonson, and Kreitler, titled Fear and Hope, The Relationships Between Traumatic Stress Symptoms and Positive Psychological Impact Following Exposure to Politically Motivated Violence. This article examines survivors of politically motivated violence and how fear and hope intertwine after an individual faces trauma. The authors even quote that one patient became paraplegic as a result of her injury, yet despite the experience and subsequent physical limitations, this individual developed the inner strength to allow her to return to her studies after a year and even to excel. This goes to show that even though people can go through traumatic experiences, they can find a way to use those experiences to fuel hope in other aspects of their lives. Here is my works cited. Thank you for watching.